Welcome to Fuel Disclosure, a Moffitt Services podcast. On this show, you will learn how Moffitt Services is pioneering the fuel delivery industry. From fuels and lubricant product news, to stories from the community, to recent industry trends with subject matter experts. Make sure to like and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss a moment from Moffitt. To learn even more about the Moffitt Services difference, visit moffittservices.com. Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Fuel Disclosure. Today, I'm especially excited because Angela Johnson is joining me. Angela, welcome to your very first podcast episode.
my very first podcast ever, actually.
Amazing. Yeah. Well, welcome. It's really fun. We just kind of talk about Moffitt and talk about our lives and how we function at Moffitt every single day. It's so fun.
Well, I'm happy to be here, and I'm excited to talk about all the Moffitt things.
Good. Okay, well, first let's start off with who are you? Introduce yourself. How long have you worked for Moffitt, and kind of what's your story?
Yeah. Angela Johnson. I started with Moffitt about 5 years ago. And when I started, I just wanted just kind of an 8 to 5 job, somewhere where I can go to work and then check out of work and come home. But what I realized is that I thought that's what I wanted. What I really wanted was something that I could, I wanted to work for a company that I could be passionate about, and a company that would share my passions about like my work ethic. And I love to work. So I love bringing new ideas to the table. And Moffitt just kind of helped me grow in my profession in that way. And so I immediately fell in love. And what I thought I wanted, like a boring job, like an 8 to 5, I definitely did not want that. I wanted so much more. And Moffitt just definitely gave me that opportunity to do that. So it's been 5 years and started in inside sales. Yeah. And we were like just beginning to take off. Our growth was just beginning to take off. And so I witnessed all of it. You know, there was only 3 people in inside sales when I started, and now it's a team of 6, you know, and then plus you have the nationwide team. Yeah. And so I love watching companies grow, especially family-owned businesses, and I love seeing that the owners still come in every day, and you know, you can call them on your phone, and they take such a just a different approach. They want to know what's going on within the company. They want to be hands-on. They want to have other people share opportunities, and I don't know. That's just really important to me.
And it's something so different. I don't think a lot of people realize how unique Moffitt is in that way, because it's not every day that you can just walk in to your CEO's office and have a conversation with them. Yep. And that is what really the culture at Moffitt and the way of working there is so different than I've ever experienced before.
I mean,
and it's what makes us who we are.
Oh yeah, for sure. And like, they don't have like a closed door policy. Like you don't have to knock. You just walk in and say, hello, you know, like I'm here. And you know, I'm very hyper. Like I just am one of those cheerleaders, if you will. And I'm loud, and some people, you know, they appreciate my, my energy, let's say energy. Yeah. And I really feel like Moffitt does. My mouth has gotten me in trouble a few times because I laugh really loud, but my energy is always there, and my passion for what I do, for what my job is, definitely. Moffitt definitely meets my match. So I love it. I love it. That's good.
So let's talk a little bit about your job and what you do at Moffitt. I know we are growing, and one of the efforts that we did last year is we actually merged with RMI, which is now rebranded as Moffitt Site Services.
Absolutely.
And so I would love for you to kind of give us some insight about Moffitt Site Services. What do they sell? Who do we sell to? And then how is your role at Moffitt Site Services? And what you do for that company.
So, you know, last year, you know, I stayed in the office, more of the nationwide fuel side. Yeah. Kind of grew that department. And then when Roy and Rusty came and said, hey, what would you think about coming over on the site services side and really helping to brand and to grow that? I immediately jumped at that because I love to watch small things grow into larger things. Yeah. site services is something that Moffitt has always offered, but no one really knows that. They think of Moffitt as a fuel company and only a fuel company. And what they don't understand is that we have dumpsters, we have porta potties, fencing, vacuum truck services, water services. There's so much more to Moffitt that people just don't realize that that's something we offer. Our emergency response team has just done such a great job over the last, since I've been there. It has grown. And what that has allowed us to do is build our inventory for the site services side to where we can offer that as a core, we can implement that to our core customers.
Absolutely.
It's not just an emergency storm or emergency response thing anymore. It is something that we have every single day. But 90% of our customers don't actually know that that's something we offer. So my job is basically not just reaching out to customers and letting them know, because that's first and foremost, but also helping the outside sales reps understand how they can incorporate not just selling fuel and lubricants, but also other site services. So when they're talking to their customers who are normally subcontractors, the key part is to find out who is the one responsible for ordering the fencing, the porta potties, the dumpsters. And most of the time, those are the general contractors. So those subcontractors that are 90% of our customers, they work for general contractors. And so us getting that information to our customers now, and any subcontractor out there, that's just going to push us more in front of all the general contractors that actually order the site services. I've had really, really good meetings with our customers over the last few weeks. And it's amazing that in every phone, if they're a customer of ours, in every phone, they have us under Moffitt Fuel. It's not Moffitt Services. It's not, Moffitt Dumpsters. It's not Moffitt Porta Potties. It's Moffitt Fuel. People just know Moffitt and Fuel. So my job really, and it's going to take a minute, but you're helping. The marketing aspect is there. The SEO is there. It's just a matter of getting in front of as many people as we possibly can to let them know that we're not just a fuel company. Yeah. We also provide so much more, and the motto, we're a service, and service is our industry. That is what we do. We just happen to sell fuel, but we also happen to sell lubes. We also happen to rent dumpsters. We also happen to rent porta potties, and we have vacuum trucks and water trucks, and
not to mention our sister company, Heavy Haul.
Oh yeah, so my husband, as you know, he works for Moffitt Caswell, and so I partner with them as well to go out and meet customers. Their customers, our customers. We're trying to get a team effort on that. Well, because it just makes sense. Yeah. If we have a Moffitt tank out there and a Moffitt dumpster and a Moffitt hand wash station and all the Moffitt, it just really makes sense that why not have the heavy haul truck coming in and out and transferring and delivering your equipment for you and
absolutely
moving whatever
one-stop
you need.
Shop, right?
Absolutely.
And really the reason is because we want the best experience for our customers, and so we got it for you. Yeah, that's the reason we merged.
Yes, that's the dream.
That's the dream, right? We want them to just be able to call one person, and that one person is Moffitt.
Yep. And Moffitt has always been so good about making things happen. A lot of other companies have limitations, if you will, and they focus too much on those limitations. Moffitt has never done that. Yeah. I don't think I've ever heard Rusty or Roy or anyone at Moffitt say no. Like if there's something that needs to happen yesterday, right now, we will figure out roundtable discussions, group text messages, emails galore. We'll figure out a way to make it happen. Yeah. And I think that from what I met with our customers, we've always been able to bring, we've always been able to get everyone out of a bind. They might not have been a customer for very long, but sooner or later, people are going to get in a bind. They're going to forget something. They're going to need something. An emergency might happen. It doesn't have to be a named storm. but something's going to happen and they're going to go, we don't know what to do. And someone's going to say, call Moffitt because they will know what to do.
Yeah.
That's
kind of been the motto, right?
Yes.
I feel like I've heard a lot of customers say like, oh, we're in a bind. We're in a pickle. Call Moffitt. They'll figure it out.
They will figure it out.
Do you have a story that you could tell me about a situation like that?
Oh, okay. Yes.
Okay.
So this is about a year and a half ago, maybe a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. Gosh, I don't know. Everything kind of rolls all in together. But I received a phone call from an oil spill.
Okay.
In Washington, Kansas. Okay. Very, very small area, Washington, Kansas. Didn't even know it existed.
Yeah, me either.
It was a pipeline had busted.
Okay.
So I received a call from someone who was already on the ground. They were with the government, and they found us. They said, okay, this is what we're going to need. We're going to need cleanup. We're going to need pretty much everything that you would need for an oil spill or pipeline break. And so that was at about 6 a.m. in the morning when I first got that initial call. And I immediately group texted, Rusty, Dale, Russell, like all of our emergency response team. And I said, hey, I'm not sure if you guys know what happened in the middle of the night while everyone was sleeping, but this is what's going on. And I need 2 trucks down there, like on the way. I'm going to handle the fuel and I'm going to get everything started, but we're going to need trucks and we're going to need tanks and we're going to need a whole lot of stuff. And of course, like the news hadn't even broke yet.
Yeah.
But I had already...
I remember the story.
Yes. I got that phone call and it was like, they didn't want to believe me. I mean, honestly, like, because typically
it's 6 a.m. and you're asking
I
why.
know. I'm like, I need trucks now, this, that. And it's funny because normally they're the ones that get that first initial phone call, and so they're always ahead of the game anyway.
Yeah.
And this time it just happened that I was.
You're like, you're welcome.
I got, one of my contacts just reached out to me. They were referred to me, my number from someone that we had helped in another bind. So one thing leads to another. And finally it was like, okay, we got this. We're going, we're done. Like it was within, I want to say 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah.
And after they had seen the news and it was official, they were like, "Oh yeah, okay, yeah, Angela knows what she's talking about. We got it. We got to get her trucks up there." And it turns out that it was a huge deal, and I think we might have just finished that job.
Yeah,
and like what, 4 months, 3 months ago? Not even.
Yeah, it ended. I remember
it was like a year and a half, and it ended up being a huge job. That I don't think that anyone in that area or even in the next state over would have been willing to put their trucks, the trust in our employees, me just taking my word, a phone call. And he wasn't a customer of ours, he was referred. It just happened that I got the phone call. We put that whole entire thing together within 3 to 4 hours, and we had trucks on the road, which was unheard of. I don't think anyone has ever done it that quickly, but again, that's what Moffitt's all about, so we come through when nobody else really can. So, and
I love that saying, service is our business. We just happen to sell fuel,
100%.
Site services, lubricants, all the things, but what a great story. And if that doesn't tell you the heart and the work ethic and the adaptability of Moffitt, then I really don't know what does.
I mean, the passion that the employees have, and that ownership has, the leadership, the passion that I think we all share is so relevant, because we want our customers to feel that, we don't want we don't want them to think that they're just not another account number. We don't want them to think that they're just another invoice. Like, these are our customers. These are the people who we work for. They give us what we come and we wake up to every single day. Like, it's for them. And service is a huge part of my own morality, my own life's passion is serving others. And I don't see any better way to do it than doing this. Yeah.
And doesn't it make it so easy to come to work?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I'm so excited every single day. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to figure out how we can accomplish this, this and that. And everyone's on your side. So it makes it even better because you have a whole support team who's like, awesome.
Yep.
I love it.
And your ideas are able to be like to come to fruition, like they're heard.
Yes.
And it might take a minute, but you don't feel like you're shot down. You don't feel like bringing an idea is going to make you feel stupid if you bring it to somebody. You put it out there on the table, it might not get discussed right this second, but I promise you that it's in the back of their heads and it's going to get discussed.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we talked about your time at Moffitt, a amazing story of how we just offer the best service in the world, and your new role as the kind of the head of site services.
Business development.
Business development, site services, perfect. And I want to just end with like, what is a good like call to action on who do people call? Can they call you directly? Do they just call in Moffitt? Kind of talk me through the best way to start getting any of those site services.
So absolutely 100% they can call me. Just happen to have a business card right here. I'm just kidding. No, they can call me. They can call the office, online at Moffitt Services, fuel at Moffitt Services, site services at Moffitt Services. There's so many avenues. But yes, absolutely. If anyone has any questions, concerns, they just want to know more about our services as a whole, then you can absolutely call me. My email is angelaj@moffittservices.com, 2 F's, 2 T's. And that's pretty much it. But we definitely want our customers to feel good and protected when they call us. So we listen to what their needs are, and we will figure out a way to streamline those needs and get it done. Turnkey solutions.
Perfect.
Yep.
I love it.
Yeah.
And how exciting, right?
Yeah.
Just another element of growth yet again with Moffitt.
Yes.
And I'm excited to see what 2024 is going to bring with that.
I am too. I think there's a lot of good things that we have up our sleeve.
A lot of good things in the works.
A lot of good things.
Maybe more things will be coming out.
Maybe.
Soon.
I don't know. Boom, boom, boom. No.
Well, Angela, you have been fantastic. I'm so excited that you are a new person to join on the show. And so thank you for your time. I know you're really busy. I know you have things to do.
This was fun.
But this was great. And hopefully a way for people to know more about Moffitt.
Absolutely. Yeah. Call me anytime. And like I said, I've been around the Moffitt in kind of every aspect. So I know it all, not just fuel, not just dumpsters. I know a little bit about everything.
Yeah, she does. Yeah. I will attest to that for sure. Well, thanks again.
Thank you.
And I think that concludes our episode for
awesome.
today.
Yay. Best episode ever.
Woo! Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Fuel Disclosure, a Moffitt Services podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please be sure to like and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss a moment from Moffitt. And if you're ready to take your business to the next level with a team that delivers industry-leading service and no downtime, visit us at moffittservices.com.